how to practice non-attachment to be a better lover. I'm really excited to talk about this topic today. This is inspired by a theme that I've been pondering in my own life, and part of my meditation practice this week is working with non-attachment. Now, why is this important? Yeah, because everyone wants to be the best lover that they can be, yeah? If you have high in the sky ideals for what it is you desire, for what kind of true intimacy you deserve, yeah? Working with non-attachment, understanding it, implementing these principles is going to be really, really valuable for your relationship. Now, what is non-attachment so that we can understand it? Yeah, and then we'll talk about how to practice it. Non-attachment, yeah, this theme is tied to the 4 principles of human suffering, yeah, the 4 noble truths in Buddhism, yeah, and they speak to why as humans we suffer, yeah, and attachment is a part of it, a big part of it, the reason, yeah. Now, non-attachment, first I'll say, as human beings, we attach to many things. The world that we live in is inherently in flux. The only constant in life is change. So when we attach to certain things, that causes our suffering in life and in relationships. Yeah, and we are going to apply this to relationships so that you can understand how to practice non-attachment while still showing up from your heart, while still being authentic, yeah, while still allowing yourself to deepen in love and to be open to intimacy and relating. So we live in a world that's constantly in flux, constantly in change, yeah? People change. We grow, we evolve, our perspectives change the more that we come across new and different kinds of information. Yeah, especially with the internet, the interweb, we can access so much information at our fingertips in a minute, the span of a minute, a couple seconds. Yeah, so we are always changing. People are always changing. Our perspectives are always changing. Yet, as human beings, we tend to become attached to certain people, certain places, certain things, and we try to control them, identify them as yours. Yeah, this is my partner. Yeah, this is my partner's way of being. This is my way of being. This is who I am. This is my identity. These are my beliefs around what a relationship means, what conflict means, what a quote-unquote healthy relationship looks like, what a faithful partner looks like, yeah? We become attached to our ideas, our perspectives, our conditioning around it. Even, this is my partner's way of being in the world, yeah? This is who they are. This is what they mean when they say X, Y, and Z. This is what I mean when I say X, Y, and Z. We become attached to our realities, yeah, to what we feel is true of the world. And we forget, yeah, and this is the cause of our suffering, yeah, one of the noble truths, we forget that everything is in flux. People are always in flux. You can be in an amazing moment of intimacy with your partner one moment, and you can be totally disconnected from your partner another moment. Your partner, maybe you initiate, let's say, intimacy. Maybe you run your fingers along their arms. Oh, hey, babe, how was your day? Maybe they're in a bad mood. Yeah, I had a hard day. I'm not really in the mood to connect right now, to chat. I'd rather be alone. Yeah? Great. Now, you can choose to respond however you want. Now, your response, because everything is always in flux, everything is always in change, your response, the energy that you bring in response to that, can very well impact how they're receiving you. Yeah, so maybe you respond with Oh, yeah, I just wanted to have a little playtime. I missed you. I wanted your tender touch. Now, that can influence their energy. They can be turned off by you one moment and turned on the next, and vice versa. Yeah? And when we come from this place of understanding that we can't attach to anything, that everything is in flux, then we also don't have expectations. Oh, I'm going to do this to get this. I'm going to initiate intimacy because I'm expecting you to respond this way. And without attachment, it helps empower us to, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to attach to the outcome. Yeah, I hope that you respond to my advance for intimacy. I hope that you engage me in conversation in the way I desire. Yeah, but if you don't, I'm not going to attach to it. And I'm going to let my heart be the guide in me expressing in whatever way I want to express in a given moment. And when we do that, yeah, that is super powerful, because then we are letting our hearts guide us. We are not letting our expectations, our attachments, our assumptions guide our behavior, guide our way of being. How we're engaging, how we're relating. Oh, my partner turned me down yesterday, so I'm going to assume I'm not even going to try because maybe they're going to turn me down today. No, no, no. Don't attach. Just be you. And it's this non-attachment that is the key to our sovereignty. Because then we remember that we can't control our partners. But what we can do is show up from our hearts, express from our hearts. And babe, it doesn't feel good when you speak to me that way. It doesn't feel good when you put me down that way. Yeah? It doesn't make me feel important to you, or makes me feel disrespected, and it triggers me because it reminds me of X, Y, and Z from childhood. Yeah? And what I'd love is, like, when we're together, build me up. Let's build each other up. Let's say nice things about each other. Let's inspire each other. Let's let our conversations be less about conflict and heaviness and more about our goals and dreams and wishes. Sharing about our challenges and how we're overcoming them. And with that non-attachment, right, it's voicing from your heart. And it's not attaching to the outcome, not assuming that you can control your partner or that they're going to respond in the way you desire, but letting life show you, letting them show you, letting the relationship unfold over time. Not attaching to, this is my partner forever. Sure, this is my partner I desire to have forever. But continuing to be open to what is. To letting them evolve as people, to letting you evolve as people, to seeing what unfolds from there, to letting the relationship evolve in time. And we are going to have the least amount of suffering. We're going to be the best lovers that way. You know why? Because then we are letting people be, letting life happen, moving through us without trying to control life. Because no one finds it attractive when you are being controlled by your partner. And when you're trying to control your partner, that doesn't feel good either. It affects your energy. It affects your frequency, your vibe. You're less joyous. You're more heavy. Your jaw's tight. You're clenched. You're constricted and contracted. Yeah. And the best lovers, you even want to take it to the bedroom for a minute. The best lovers, it's like, I'm going to try this. Let's try this. Let's play. Let's be curious. I'm going to express myself and say these naughty things on my mind because it feels good. I'm going to ask you to do X, Y, and Z because I am intrigued by it and I want to know how it feels. Yeah. I'm going to initiate intimacy and just do something wild and crazy for you one night that's that's unexpected. Cook you a 5-course meal dinner with your blindfold on where you have to guess the ingredients, and then I'm going to do a sexy dance for you because I feel like it. Yeah, and I don't have expectations around it or how you're going to respond to me. And that's deep intimacy, and that's deep love. It's deep love when you are doing what feels true for you, sharing what feels true for you, not putting expectations, your own projections on anybody, letting the relationship move you, letting love move through you in however that looks. It's our control, it's our attachments that keep us chained in, that keep us unhappy. Yeah, and it's good to have desires, to have goals, to put them to the universe. This is what I want. This is what I want for my partnership. This is how I want us to grow. And doing and showing up. Yeah, it's on you to do the things that you need to do to set yourself up for success. If you want your relationship to be successful, great. Are you investing in reading books around self-development, around relating, around communication? Are you working with coaches and mentors, telling the universe that you are investing financially, time-wise, and energetically into your growth, into your relationship transformation? And if you're doing these things, yeah, to set you up for it, then that is saying to the universe, I want this, I'm here for this, I'm showing up for this. And now I'm going to let you, universe, you, relationship, you, partner, continue to show up too and show me how this thing is going to unfold, how the mystery is going to unfold. What beauty can we find today? What little synchronicity is going to surprise me tomorrow? And always letting yourself be in flux, be in change, even your own identity and relationship, because the more that you do, the more you're going to be able to access different parts of you. Oh, I can be playful. I might have been serious for the first 5 years of my relationship, but now I'm learning new tools around how to bring in play. And you know what? It feels exciting for me. It feels different for me. It feels fun for me. And so now I'm going to be this kind of person because it feels good for my energy. And tomorrow I'm going to play with this. Yeah, I'm going to play with a little dominatrix energy, a little naughty woman energy, wild woman energy, yeah. Maybe tomorrow I want to be a sweet little good girl because it's fun for me to play that. Yeah, then you can channel different archetypes, channel different energies when you don't box yourself in and attach to your own identity of who you are. You surprise your partner. And sure, maybe they hold on to their own attachments of a vision of you, image of you. Yes, maybe the first couple times you surprise them. Maybe they're not on board. Who cares? You do you, baby. You don't attach, and then you see how that shifts how they receive you. So ways to practice non-attachment is I want to invite you to take 5 minutes this week. Yeah, take 5 minutes this week. Time yourself. Find a time where you're quiet, where you can be in your own space, where you can sit in meditation. And I want you to ponder the impermanence of life. The fact that you have all of these amazing people in your life that will one day die. You will one day die. All the people who have come and gone in your life, someone who was maybe your closest, dearest friend yesterday and now feels like your enemy just from an argument, something they said, something you did. Yeah. Or maybe you own something that you love dearly and that you can lose that thing the next day. And then feel how your life would change. Your partner can say something and make you feel like the most beautiful woman or man or gender non-conforming individual in the world. And then they can hurt you so deeply that makes you feel the deepest pain you've ever felt in the world. want you to feel into that, into the shifts of life, into how much you've changed and grown in life. Thinking back to where you were 10 years ago, where you are today. Yeah. Everything is always changing. Everything is always evolving. Everything is always in flux. And when we let it be that way, that's how we live our most easeful way. That's how we can relate and open up for deep, deep intimacy and relating in love, because it's from choice. It's from letting people be. It's from not attaching, not controlling or trying to control. This dance of life is so beautiful, and also can be so challenging. It's both. It's a journey. It truly is a journey. And I truly believe, I'm really working with this in my own life. If I can really just remember this truth always. The only constant is change. I will die one day, yeah? That inspires me to live unabashedly, with my heart open, doing all the things I want to do in this world, in this lifetime. Not letting fear rule me. Remembering that a shitty moment one day could be an amazing moment tomorrow. The dog barking, my neighbor's dog barking all day that puts me into a space of insanity is going to be different tomorrow, 10 minutes from now. And then it allows us to just witness with presence, life moving through us. That is the gift of life. Thank you, beautiful people. And if you love this transmission, this is the video version of Divine Union Podcast, which is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Please leave us a review. Yeah, leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. It would mean so much to the mission, to the podcast, spreading more love, spreading more perspective, more awareness, and deeper intimacy, so we can all feel deeper intimacy, because we all deserve that with life, with each other. It would mean the world. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a beautiful day.